Hi Blackset, my name is Dr. Shaun Wallace. I'm a barrister, author, lecturer, the Dart Destroyer on the Chase and the Mastermind Champion 2004. I've known the founder of Blackset, Juliet Lopez, for well over 30 years, and I can honestly say that she's a kind, warm, wonderful, altruistic human being. In fact, it was me who told Juliet about the Gambia when I first went to the country way back in 2002. And it was no surprise to me that years later, after her own initial visit, she decided to make the Gambia the place of her home, as well as a thriving and successful business. Currently, I'm on tour on a cruise ship called the Arcadia, where I'm doing a talk called An Audience with Shaun Wallace, as well as promoting my autobiography called Chasing the Dream. I'm on the Arcadia for the Captain's Gala reception. It's been a fantastic evening. It's a pleasure and an honour and a privilege to be invited. Well, so there's me in an ill-fitting suit. That's the family photo. That's my mum. That's my eldest sister, and I'm going to talk about her in a moment. That's my dad. That's my younger sister Debbie, and that's one of my best friends of my life, my brother Steve, who's a big Liverpool fan. I had to ring him yesterday to say, well done, you're top of the league. Never mind. But the reason why I always stop it here in relation to my older sister Sandra, because she was my daughter on my mother's side. I've also got another elder sister called Rose, who's my father's daughter. And just like the old Caribbean families who, before they came over to try and make a life for themselves in England, they used to leave the oldest child behind. But when Sandra came over, she was my first big hero because she was tough, she was rough, and she used to look after her younger siblings. But the one gift she gave to me, she said to me, Shaun, make sure that you have an educated mind. She taught me to read and write, so by the time I was 7, I was proficient in terms of that particular skill. And my dad, although he wasn't a literate man, the one gift he gave me was this: always be aware of the world around you. So I remember watching the very first ITV news bulletin in 1967. Remember Alistair Burnett and Gordon Honeycomb? We really are showing outrage, aren't we? Yeah, so I was aware of the world around me. And the one thing I was always conscious and proud was to be black. I was so proud of that fact. And if you were to come to my house, I wish I could invite you all now, I've got a mural on my wall which is called My Inspiration. And I've got figures on there ranging from Harriet Tubman to Sojourner Truth, to Tommy Smith, who did the famous Black Power salute at the 1968 Olympics, Muhammad Ali, my favourite black hero of all time, Pele, the only person to win 3 World Cup winners' medals. And the reason I was proud of those people, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and the great Nelson Mandela. I'm sure some of us went to Robben Island to pay homage to the shattered economy after the victorious Britain in the Second World War. Sadly, what the reality was far from the truth. We suffered intolerable racism, overt racism. Trying to get housing was difficult. You used to see signs that said, no dogs, no blacks, and no Irish, sometimes not even in that particular order. And I'm about to talk about this, look at that, Bugs Bunny at the age of 9, wow, look at that old fitting suit. And that's my mum there, thoroughly bought us many. But I'm about to talk about this school here. That was my old alma mater. Sadly, it's been demolished and another school's been risen in its place. But educational standards 40 to 50, even 60 years ago had a low expectation of people of colour or people of a lower socio-economic background. And do you remember the 2-tier division in relation to the type of exams you could sit? The O-levels for those people who came from a certain particular background, white, middle class, and affluent. And the CSEs, remember the old CSEs, the old vocational courses? And you were pigeonholed in relation to your social background and social beginnings. And they wrote you off, irrespective of the fact that you had the potential to achieve so much more. My first port of call on this tour was to the wonderful city of Cape Town. And if you want to see some of the clips
of my visit to Cape Town, in particular to Table Mountain, and talking about Robben Island, then please go to the Blackset YouTube site. You'll see some wonderful clips which are both insightful and informative. Here in the background you can see that island, the notorious Robben Island, where from 1964 until the 11th of February 1990, Nelson Mandela served a prison sentence lasting 27 years. And if you want to know about the African continent, then please follow and continue to follow the Blackset YouTube. As I say, currently I'm on tour, and if you do want to get a copy of my book, then please contact my publishers called Cranthorpe Milner in England, and also the Amazon bookstore. Continue to support and watch the Blackset YouTube. It's a wonderful site, and it's a wonderful business. Keep on watching.
One nation, one Africa. Thank you, Blackset family. Please keep watching, and remember, follow your dreams.
Emperor made this.
Purchase your tracks today.
Emperor made this.
Purchase your tracks today.